Wolverine was chasing after Magneto, and as he chased after him, all of a sudden, all of the metal started to fly up and started to build some strange device. As it opened, it was a portal and started to suck in Wolverine. "What are you doing?" Magneto would say, "I like you, Wolverine, so that's why I decided to spare you, send you to another place. Goodbye." As he was sucked in, he would suddenly start to look around, as he saw sinners all around him. Suddenly, Lucifer would appear in front of him. "Wow, you are not from here, are you?" As then Wolverine would charge at him and lunge at him, but he would just disappear last second. "So, is that how your kind say hello? Listen, I can't keep you here. You shouldn't be here, but I don't really know how to send you back yet. It takes a big spell, I lost my spell book, it's all that." Wolverine would say, "Who are you?" "Oh, I'm Lucifer, the ruler of hell, but I'm a nice guy. How about you protect the hotel and Charlie?" "Hotel? Why the heck would I ever work for you, bub?" As he would start to threaten and cuss at him, as Lucifer would say, "Wow, you are, not too friendly, because I'll send you back, guaranteed." Wolverine would sigh and say, "Ugh," as he could, go on a rampage and destroy everyone, but he didn't feel like doing that, so he decided to actually help out Lucifer and the hotel. Would be excited. He knew that Wolverine wouldn't do anything with an incentive like that. After all, he was the king of everything down here. And Wolverine didn't seem like the type of guy to go around destroying everything. Even though he was rough and tough, he still had somewhat of a heart. Because Lucifer can see people's hearts, he can see their intentions, and he knew that he had pure intentions, even if his heart was clouded. Matter of fact, a lot of people had clouded hearts down here, so he would fit right in. As suddenly Lucifer would snap his fingers, as a disguise would go over Wolverine, making his skin red, and his claws that come out of his fists actually look more like animal claws, as he would say, "Ah, there we go. That will look good for you." Suddenly, Lucifer would disappear. Wolverine would look around, confused. Where did he go? I mean, he's heard of magical beings like this before. Doctor Strange mentioned something like Dormammu, but this seemed a bit different. Either way, it didn't matter. As he looked, he saw a giant hotel. Suddenly, Charlie walked out. "Hi, are you a new resident?" Wolverine would say, "Yeah, I guess so." As Wolverine would be taken into the hotel, Charlie would be super excited, as she would say, "We got another resident, we got another resident." As Vaggie would say, "Calm down, Charlie, now." As then they would hold hands and talk, and Wolverine would be antsy as he would just sit down and think about getting back out there, think about fighting, as they feel his animal instincts going wild. As Angel would say, "Hey there, hottie." Wolverine was suppressing all of his animal-like urges. He would look over and see Angel, and he would be, confused. Why was he flirting with him? As then he would say, "I'm not interested. And stay away from me. The beast is ugly. I keep it caged, but I can't control it." As he walked away, Angel would say, "Is that a reference to something?" Wolverine would say, "Maybe." As then he would grab his head, as he would go up to his new room, trying to control all this anger, all this pent-up rage he had. All these animal instincts kept coming out, and he didn't know why. Was it a side effect of this world? As Husk would say, "Wow, Angel, you really do flirt with the most deadly people." Husk would say, "You always flirt with the most dangerous guys. However, this guy is different. I can tell by his soul that he's very strong and very intrusive. I wouldn't mess with him." As Alistair would say, "Is that so?" as he would walk away. Alistair was going to test Wolverine's might. He knew he was strong. He guessed he was some sort of overlord, but he didn't know how strong. He could see by the type of his soul that he was powerful, but he didn't know the full extent to his power. As he knocked on the door, Wolverine would open it. As Wolverine opened the door, Alistair would look at him and say, "We need to make sure you know the pecking order." As Wolverine would say, "Yeah, I get it." As he would pretend to be on Alistair's side, then suddenly he would pull out his claws as he would attack Alistair. "You know what they call me? Wolverine. Wolverines are like honey badgers. They attack anything. Even though they're tiny, even though they're small, they're mean, and they go after anything in their way, no matter what. And that's what I am. I go after anything that stands in my way, anything that stands before me, no matter how strong they are." As Alistair would say, "So it's gonna be like that. So let me teach you a lesson." As him and Wolverine would fight But Alistair had no idea the ferociousness of Wolverine, and he had no idea about his healing factor and about how no matter how much damage he took, he simply kept getting back up. As Wolverine would eventually just destroy Alistair. As he pushed him to the ground, Alistair was like nothing compared to him. As Alistair got up and said, "What are you?" Wolverine would say simple, "I'm a mother effing Wolverine," as he spat onto the floor and walked out. Alistair was stunned. There was nothing more for him to say, as Wolverine actually beat him. As Alistair was shocked, he couldn't believe this. He couldn't believe that someone was stronger than him. But he had to eat his pride as he simply walked around the hotel afterwards. After that, many days would pass. Serpentius would join the hotel and be found out. But as Charlie was singing her song, suddenly Wolverine would walk up to him and say, "You really gonna betray us, bub?" As Serpentius would be extremely terrified looking at Wolverine's claws, as Charlie would say, "We're gonna let him go." "What? But he betrayed us." "I don't understand it. You're supposed to be the princess down here, the princess of the father of, well, evil. How could you be so nice?" Alistair would say, "I ask that every day." As Angel would say, "Yeah, good question. Why are you so nice?" Charlie would then sing a song about why she's so nice, about how she loves everyone. As Wolverine would be touched by this. Wolverine was a cold-hearted person who's been through a lot, but even he can have a soft side. And hearing this beautiful, beautiful song touched him, and he decided then to spare Serpentius as he went to Husk at the bar. As Husk would look at Wolverine and say, "You know what? I didn't think you would show up here as much, Wade." Wolverine would say, "How do you know that name?" "Lucifer told me. He told me a lot about you. You could tell a lot about a person by looking at their soul, and he likes yours. So, why are you here now?" "Thought I could talk to someone. And even though I don't like any of you, you're all way too cartoony, I do think I like you, Husk. You're different from the others." Wade would simply smile and say, "Well, you keep it real. You're the realest man I know, and I appreciate that." As Husk would say, "Thank you. You keep it real too. I appreciate you too." As days would pass and days would turn into weeks and weeks would turn into months, as they would all grow accustomed to Wade. Alistair didn't like him because that whole fight for Wade kind of, defeated him. Angel would think he was hot, but couldn't really get with him, sadly for him. Nifty loved him because he was a bad boy. She loved to follow him around. She loved to see all his escapades. As Charlie started to like him because deep down he had a sweet side, and he would show it every once in a while. Serpentius was deeply scared of him, but he would eventually get over it and become friends with him, as everything seemed like it was going well. Things would keep going. Wade knew that Adam would come eventually, and that the hotel would be threatened, that he was going to have to do his job and protect everyone. As it was the day before it happened, Wade was standing at the door, ready. The rest were scared, the rest were talking, while Wade simply just stared at the door. Charlie would walk up to him and say, "Are you okay?" As Charlie would look at Wade, Wade would look at her and say, "Yeah, I'm just thinking, well, soon the battle will happen. And well, I hope I don't hurt you. I can get pretty bloodlusted." As suddenly he would pull out his blades. As Charlie would say, "I understand. No matter what happens, I'm proud of you." Wade would say, "Thank you, Charlie. That means a lot." As the next day came, Adam would come down. As suddenly Adam himself would fly down. As he flew down with an Exodus army, Wolverine would walk up to him. As Adam would say, "Who is this edgy bloke?" As Wolverine would look up and say, "I am the Wolverine. And you know why they call me that?" Adam would say, "Nope, and I don't care." As then he would try to exorcise him. And well, since angelic weapons are magic, you could make the argument that they'll be like adamantite and go through healing factors. But for the sake of this what if, I'll say they don't. As then Adam said, "What?" As then he says, "I have a healing factor." As then he jumped on Adam and attacked him. Adam and Wolverine would start to go at it, as Wolverine hit Adam with everything he got. But Adam was not used to his ferociousness, as Alistair would then start to laugh. "I've been there." As well as Adam fell to the floor, Wolverine would win and everyone would be shocked. Well, the exorcists, Alistair knew. Some of the hotel didn't think he could do this. They knew he was savage, but this was on another level. As Wolverine did it, Lucifer would then suddenly appear as he said, "Well, it looks like you did it. You go on ahead." As a portal opened up, Wolverine would walk back to his unit. But before he did, he looked back and said, "Thank you all. I'll never forget you." As then he went back to the Marvel Universe. That's going to end this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and please, please, please share with all your friends. That means the world to me. If you think I deserve any money, hit that thanks button and you could tip me. This will be the first video of the new month. Hope it goes well, because the last videos have been not going well. Well, some are. It's been really hit and miss. And sometimes I kind of get the miss. Sometimes I really get the hit. And like, yeah, the new movie is Deadpool and Wolverine. And Deadpool did really well. So I'm hoping this Wolverine video will do well. But you'll know by looking at the view number. If it's been out for like more than 6 hours and it hasn't had 1,000 views, probably not going that well. But if it has, then it's been going great or amazingly, you know? So anyway, love you all. Thank you for liking my channel. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming here. And thank you for supporting me through thick and thin. You are the best audience that I could ever ask for. And even though this channel is only a year old, this year has been a long year for me. And it's been a long year for all of us. And well, especially if you live in America. I don't want to get into politics, but I'll just say that. If you live in America, it's been a long year.